is.
Well. Here we are again. Another Sunday night recording our Monday podcast here. As soon as you sent the group chat a clip of Impact Wrestling, I was like, oh, if he's got time to watch and send that, he can start the podcast a few minutes early. I'm not waiting.
Oh, no, I was ready like at 6:35.
Just give me a bad time. Let me sit around.
I was giving myself a cushion, but allowed you to.
I get nervous when you got too much idle time between, that you're kind of like leading up to podcast, because that's time we could do the podcast, because I know on the more time we waste before we start, the less the window is between your next urgent poop or need to feed or what other or panic phone call from dad wanting to bitch about the Giants coaching search. That means we got to stop a fucking podcast because dad wants to talk football. So listen. No, you listen. So listen. This. I feel like this is the format of the show, that I give you shit every fucking at the start.
Always the start.
At the start of every episode, I give you shit about time. And at the end of every episode, you fucking bail on the podcast for one of your, either because you've overate and now you need to, void your bowels, or you're fucking hungry and you got to feed, or, some other stupid reason.
So I will tell you, the bowels are cleared. We cleared before the podcast.
These pipes are cleared.
The pipes are clear. Now, it is getting close to dinner time, but I had a late lunch today, so. Man, there's so much info I have today.
I know.
That I don't even know if we can fit it in. This may need to be part one and part two.
Well, we can. You just have to commit to going more than your charity 30 minutes you give me.
This is like bad wrestling booking. We're gonna book it, and then we're gonna end the Royal Rumble where everybody's like, "What happened?" And you gotta watch Raw the next night.
Since I know you've got a few things on the agenda, let me just. The only thing I want to talk about this week is that I recommended it to you. I assume you have not watched it yet. That TV show.
No, but I did download Hulu on my TV again, because for some reason I must have deleted it. I do have it. I did see it, so I saw where it's at.
Okay.
I'm gonna watch it.
I just want to say that this Pam and Tommy show, there's only 3 episodes out, and listen, there's no spoilers. This thing happened 20 fucking years ago. It's in the world culture. Everyone's seen the video. Everyone knows what happened. There's no spoiling anything. I'm not going to give a review a whole. I just want to say that in episode 2, one of the greatest, funniest moments in TV history happened, where after Tommy's banging out his, I don't know if he was married to her at this point or not, wife, girlfriend, whatever, Pam, he goes in the bathroom and he's basically in a thong all the time. He's almost always almost naked. And then he goes in the bathroom and he starts to hold a conversation with his cock. And then all of a sudden, you hear the cock talk to him. And then you see the cock talking to him.
It's pretty impressive.
And it's this whole animatronic. And he's he's got a hammer down there. He is swinging a hammer. We all know that from the video, from the famous leak porn and whatever. This guy's got a hammer. And and they've got this animatronic thing. It looks like it looks like an anteater, and it's just it's moving. It's moving and facing him, and as it's talking, it's got gestures. It's a penis, but it's doing all these. I think I read that 4 people operate this thing, and it's attached to him. I guess it's glued over his junk. And, down at the tip, it's moving like a little mouth. I fell off the couch laughing so hard at this.
I just want to watch it for that.
I was laughing. Sometimes, if you're coughing really hard, sometimes you accidentally force out a fart. I did that laughing when I was watching this. It was...
Yeah, I gotta watch that part. I'm set just to watch.
It's tremendous.
That.
I mean, the story's wild and it's a very funny show. It's all those things are worth watching. It. The girl they cast to play Pamela Anderson is a smoke show. She is phenomenal. I think the whole top is prosthetic though, so I guess she didn't mind being topless through half an episode or here and there because it wasn't even her. It wasn't even her stuff. She technically, as far as she's concerned, she was covered. So yeah, I just that's all I have. I just like my.
I'll watch it. I'll watch that clip at least an episode.
I sat down and watched the 3 episodes. They go quick because it's like 45 minutes. It's not like an hour. It's like they made it in case they wanted to air it and put commercials in. Although this show, you'd have to cut like 20 minutes out of each episode for language and crazy, stuff. But but yeah, I sat down, watched all 3 episodes, breezed through them, and it just brought so much joy to my life this week. I can't even.
You called me right away.
Yeah, yeah. Oh no, as soon as I saw a talking penis on the screen, I couldn't. Believe
I'm glad you thought to call me.
Believe me, you weren't the only person I called. I mean,
I know that.
This was like the phone call version of when I get a phenomenal meme, and I just go down my list of go tos and fire. You fire that off to everyone that appreciates that stuff. So yeah, this was like that. Audio version of that.
Yeah, I'll watch it. I will definitely watch it. Bro. At least that, just to see it.
Yeah, just watch. I mean, the first it's good. You just watch. Start at the beginning. Don't just fast forward through the second episode to see that. All right, so I know you've got a couple of things on the agenda. I know that you teased one on your TikTok, so I guess we have to do that one, right?
Right, we got to start with that.
We for sure can't do a tune-in next week for that one. You'll have a couple of angry people. So.
Well, so I will say.
Yes.
So I made a TikTok about McDonald's because someone asked me in the UK, could you do a comparison to the USA McDonald's to the UK McDonald's? Now, I don't know what the UK McDonald's has or doesn't have. I've never been there, but I figured I can do one at mine.
Right.
So it has 43,000 views right now.
Well, and let me also explain that. And I have editorially asked you to start adding at the end of your because you've got 270,000 followers. Let's get some of them listening to the podcast. I said at the end, just one extra line, quick 2 seconds. Oh, and listen to my podcast, link in bio. So this one, you were like, if you want to hear the full story, listen to the podcast. So here we are. So
here we are. Right. Yeah. So I'm going to make this TikTok to compare McDonald's, whatever. So I pull up to the window and the drive-through window, which I don't know if you have drive-thru.
Did they ask you to compare something specific or just McDonald's?
No, just McDonald's. Oh, okay. So I said, okay. So I pull up to the drive-through window, which I don't know if they have drive-thrus in the UK. I don't know how that works. So I pull up to the drive-through window.
They must, but they're probably on the other side.
Right. So I pull up to the window, and I'm like, I'm just looking at the menu for a second because Nick was with me, and he was going to order something. But they have this new thing. I don't know if you know this. It's called McDonald's Hacks. Have you seen that?
I mean, yes. I have. Okay. I mean, I know about I know about fast food hacks in general. That like every fast food joint has like the secret menu items kind of things,
But McDonald's is now promoting this. This is their new promotion. There's a commercial, and the commercial shows 2 hacks. One is a land and sea. It's a fish sandwich and like a quarter pounder or something like that mixed. It's basically fish and a burger. It's land, sea, and air. It's a fish, burger, and chicken all on one patty. They show it to you.
No, in one sandwich, not on one patty.
Right.
Yeah.
Right, one sandwich.
Yeah.
The next sandwich is a double cheeseburger with chicken nuggets. It's like a double nugget attack or something. I don't know. That's the gimmick. Now, in the UK, theirs is different. They have a chicken sandwich and a Big Mac. That's their hacks. So the hacks is McDonald's new gimmick. The pictures are bright and colorful, McDonald's hacks, and it shows like the sandwich put together with the hack that they, created. Commercials, catchy, all this. So we pull in, and I say, I film McDonald's, but I say to the lady, "Can I get the new McDouble hack?" She's like, "What?" I'm like, I had to think about it for a second. I'm like, wait a second. Did I fuck up? Maybe I watched the commercial wrong. maybe, because I'm like, wait, what does she mean? What? So I sent it again, and she's like, yeah, yeah, yeah. So I order that. I order Nick's meal. So I order a meal.
But it's not
Comes
that
with fries.
it's not that it's in a commercial. It's on the board when you drive
Oh, on
through
the
there,
it's the
right?
marquee board.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
It's the board before you even get to the board. It's like
Okay,
the
yeah, yeah.
marquee. And then when you get to the ordering board, there's this electronic. It's scrolling past, like
Right.
it's flashing, like
Yeah.
hire, like order me. So I order it and it says it comes with a drink and fries. So I say I like a Dr Pepper and uh, whatever the fry is. I order Nick's food. When I get to the window, the first window, there's nobody there at the window. So you got to go to the second window. So when I get to the second window, I forgot to order a chocolate shake. It wasn't for me. I go to order the chocolate shake and I said, "Hey, can I get a chocolate shake?" She literally pauses. Like, she didn't just say, "Hey, we don't have shakes right now, or the machine's broken." Like, she didn't say that. She paused. She looked at me and Nick and was like, "We don't have shakes right now." And I was like, "Oh." And then she just closed the window. Like, it wasn't, she thought about it for a second. Like, she thought, do I really want to make a shake? Because then I have to clean the machine. It's a process.
But also it might just be also a pain in the butt now that you've
to
gone
me.
through that you've gone through the drive-through and you've
Well,
done
I got
your
a backstory.
exchange and all
Don't
that.
defend those motherfuckers
That
because
that
there's
to ring up another item when you've
but
got all
okay,
these other things queued up. I don't know how it works. I'm just
okay.
saying.
But here's the deal. Let me go back a couple weeks ago.
I'm
I
not
ordered a
legitimizing it.
McFlurry. Okay, I'm just saying I ordered a McFlurry a couple weeks ago for Lex, and they didn't give it to me, so I went back in, and the girl at the counter literally was like, "Yeah, no, the machine's broken." I'm like, "Well, you charged me for it," and the manager overheard and said, "What? Yeah, the machine ain't breaking. Go make him a McFlurry." So the girl made the McFlurry, and
She
then
just
she
got
came back and goes,
this
"She got
place just has
right."
a is just a crew of slackers. They don't want to do
But
anything
when she came
and less
back,
work.
she said, honestly, I didn't know how to use the machine. That's why I said it was broken. So she just bold-faced lied to me, right? So anyway, fast forward back to the other night. So there was like a pause because when she closed the window, me and Nick looked at each other and Nick's like, she just lied to you. Like, it was so obvious because she literally paused. She thought about it. Like, do I want to make one? And then she was just
Yeah,
like, no, the machine's broken. Like,
you
there was,
you could see the hamster
yeah.
rolling the wheel in there. Yeah,
Right, right. And then she just like still looking at me close the window. Like as like it was like she was just shutting me off.
one of those like creepy keeping contact and
Yes.
slowly
Yes.
closing the window,
Yeah.
never
And
breaking
it
eye
just
contact.
right. Right. And the window didn't slam, it just gently like closed.
Yeah, a little
So
click. That's it.
right. Right. So and then literally like I looked at Nick and he's like, she just lied to you. Like it was so obvious. Anyway, we get the food and we go home. So we get home and the order's wrong. So what they're couple of things. One, they're missing a large fry for my meal and my large Dr. Pepper. So they've charged me for the meal, but didn't give me the drink or the fries.
Yeah, you got
Right?
caught.
Which, by the way, side note, the UK people don't like that I said a large fry. They don't understand why I didn't pluralize it as large fries. So whatever, large fries. So they forgot those two items, and then I divvy out the food. I go to take mine out. It's literally a double cheeseburger, separate in wrapping, and a 6-piece nugget, separate in wrapping. Like
Build your
they
own.
just build your own. The commercial doesn't build your own. The marquee doesn't say build your own. It comes built, right? The
Right.
people in the UK, they're saying theirs comes built. So
Right.
now I'm like, wait a second. Either somebody there was incredibly lazy, was like, I'm just giving it to this guy like this. Or because to me, if you're gonna push the hack, that's not a hack. I literally ordered a double cheeseburger and chicken nuggets, and that's it. Like, there's no hack there. They
Right.
lied to me. False advertising, McDonald's, like 100%. Like it's not right. So I was furious because, like, and here's the thing: did it taste the same as if they would have made it? Probably. But the thing is this: it's a mental thing, right? You think you're ordering this hack, right? That's the gimmick. You're ordering this hack. So you're thinking you're going to get the sandwich that they put together for you with the nuggets and the burger and the cheese melted. No, not at all. They totally lied. Total bullshit. Forgot my large fries. Forgot my Dr. Pepper. and the ice cream machine wasn't broken, but she said it was broken. And I have been relentless tweeting them.
Well,
and
you missed one thing.
Oh, wait. We've got Nick's here with an update. No, that's the other one. So Nick is saying
that's land, sea, and air.
Oh, Nick is even telling me. Wait a second, this is new news. He said the hack isn't chicken nuggets. It's a double cheeseburger with a chicken sandwich.
Yeah.
Really, man.
That's why I was surprised when you.
Holy shit!
I was surprised when you were talking about putting nuggets on it. I thought, okay, they're
really fucked me. Yeah. I thought that was the hack.
You got.
So the hack isn't. These motherfuckers! I'm going back on the attack on Twitter tonight till they respond.
Yeah,
because
but also What? Remember what else you told me?
What was the other part? I have bad memory.
Was that the hack? If you ring it up as a hack,
right,
it's cheaper than if you.
So So here's the hack. The hack is like $5.89 is the price with the drink, the fries, and the hack.
Yeah.
First of all, they fucked me on the other two, so I really got screwed.
Yeah.
But here's the thing. A double cheeseburger and a 6-piece nugget is 2 for $3.
Right.
Right? Wait. A large drink is $1. That's $4. A fry is $1 now. The fry. That's $5. They're charging 89 more cents to hack it, but they're not hacking it. And they gave me the wrong thing. So, because even a McChicken sandwich is 2 for $3 now. So it's a 2 for $3 thing.
Right.
It's $1.50. So not only did they fuck me on the hack, they overcharged me.
Yeah.
By 89 cents. Yes, it's a big deal, 89 cents. I'm sorry. Plus, I didn't get my drink or my fries. So really, they made $2.89 off me, those motherfuckers.
Yeah.
Right. So, total bullshit. Totally screwed me.
You and I are both having issues with fries and burgers lately.
Well, and all I kept thinking about was your pizza experience. This whole time as I'm sitting through this experience, I'm like, we're attacking people left and right.
My pizza experience? Which pizza experience?
Didn't Hungry Howie's fuck you?
Oh yeah, but that was a long time ago. I was talking about when we went to the Flashback Diner and they changed all the rules on us.
Too.
Yeah, right. Where it's like you want to pay.
These motherfuckers.
You want to pay for fries. I'm like, you mean a burger doesn't come with fries in a diner?
Since when?
Yeah.
Right.
Come on.
Right.
Especially when McDonald's only charges $1 for them, and you're charging me $4.
Well, and here's the other part that pisses me off is when you order a double, like I try to think like when I was a kid, you got a nice hot piping burger, the cheese was melted. I don't think I've had melted cheese on my burger at McDonald's in easily 2 years. Like they don't even melt it anymore. They just throw the fucking cheese on the burger, and they're like, "Well, melt it yourself, pal."
Yeah.
Like they don't even like melt it.
Well,
and so the cheese wasn't melted.
Well, hold on. It's not even that. It's that the burger's not getting warmed up enough to melt the cheese.
Right. It's lukewarm.
Because like if they had a hot burger coming down and then they threw a slice of cheese on top of it, and then a bun on top to keep the heat in, it should melt the cheese, or at least make it stick to the burger where you don't pick it up and you've got a whole slice of cheese that you can fling at a window or something. So yeah.
So the burger's not even hot enough to melt the cheese in a wrapping, right?
Which means
it happens every time.
It's probably not hot enough to kill all the bacteria they put on it when they grabbed it in the first place and breathed on it and whatever else.
And so not only that, so I was like, okay, I'm going to make my own hack. So when I open it, there's very minimal ketchup on there, very minimal mustard. There's like 2 little diced onions and the most decrepit pickle I've ever seen in my life. Like it looked like the pickle the pickle was from like World War II. It was like see-through.
Well,
was like the word.
You know what I also just thought of is that in the hack, if you're paying more for the hack, and if they actually built the hack and gave it to you instead of the individual items, like if you ordered the land, sea, and air and they gave you 3 sandwiches. They're not only is it cheaper to order them individually, but you get all that extra bread. It's like they're even like they're charging you more for less. Right,
that is true because they're giving you full bread.
Yeah.
Well, I'm almost tempted to get in the car after this podcast tonight and go try to order the other one and see if they do it the same way. Because I think it's absurd.
I felt like when you went the other night, you should have immediately pulled in a parking spot and sent the kid in to go get a milkshake from the counter.
Here's the other thing. But here's the other thing. So we tried to go through inside first.
Uh-huh.
So it was 8:00. Yeah. So I parked the car and the doors are locked. It's drive-through only.
8:00?
But it's not right. It's not always drive-through only. It's like sometimes they close the inside. So I don't know why.
Well, but
it was drive-through.
Because later at night, I think they
not at 8:00 though.
No, I know, but later at night, I think there's like a crime issue. But I mean, yeah, that's crazy. 8:00.
Right.
There's something wrong with that location. I think you need to find whoever owns the franchise and it's funny because contact him.
When you pull in, they have like their health rating, and it's like 99. I'm like, you motherfucking liars! There's no way you're a 99. Yeah. Like it's not possible because
someone cut it and turned it upside down.
right, because the manager, she's a very nice lady. Because I've had issues twice where I had to go in, and she was like, "Baby, I'll take care of you, and just keep the extra food we gave you." But every time I go, she's always outside smoking a cigarette. And then just goes right in, doesn't even wash her hands, and she goes right to like getting me throwing food in a bag for me. Like I'm like, oh my god, like she's right off the cigarette into the bag.
Yeah,
like there's no health code there.
Yeah.
So McDonald's. Okay, so I was just McDonald's really like to me has gone downhill over the years. Like it's absolute trash. Now you're across the street from a Chick-fil-A. You think your standards would be a little better.
I don't know if we want to start bringing up, it's Sunday. I don't know if you should be bringing up Chick-fil-A.
Bringing up the God's chicken on a Sunday?
Yeah.
I will say I did get Chick-fil-A last night, and the chicken tenders, they were phenomenal. Like, phenomenal.
Yeah.
But wait, Nick's right. Right? Nick has a point.
Who's Nick?
Nick the Dick thinks that...
Okay.
He thinks
one of three nicknames I'll accept.
Right. Nick the Dick thinks that they're out to get him because there's a backstory to it. We get to Chick-fil-A last night, and they forgot our large fry and our drink. Uh-huh. They forgot a large fry and a drink, right?
Same as
another Dr. Pepper.
Same as McDonald's.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. But the kid who is doing the orders, Nick has heat with. He's got heat with this kid. So Nick thinks that the kid intentionally snubbed us of a Dr. Pepper and fries because of their prior heat.
How come you don't check?
Current heat. I don't check because they're hustling. They got a guy winding you down like he's around in third base.
You go. No. Last time you shorted me. I'm checking everything. Fuck them. You already paid.
Well, so my weekend of shortage doesn't end there, my friend. So
what did you jump in a cold lake?
Yeah, feels like it. So McDonald's and Chick-fil-A are across the street from each other. So I got screwed by both. Well, Starbucks is next to Chick-fil-A. This is a mile down the road.
I thought you swore off Starbucks.
Here we go. Listen, I got $40 on my gift card.
Turncoat.
$38.
Mr. Compromise Principles, day 2 of his.
Here's the thing.
Starbucks.
I got $38 on my gift card.
Yeah, that's shameful.
And Lex wanted Starbucks, and Lex has not sworn off Starbucks. So we go in there.
Yeah, but you're the money spender, and you're the car driver. If she wants Starbucks, she could get on her bike and get it herself, or she has to choose another coffee brand when she's with you.
I gave them one more chance.
You are a sellout. You are a shill. This is. Man, let
me tell you.
I should just end the podcast now. This is just. I'm disgusted with you.
I gave them one more chance on Saturday. I ordered 3 drinks, very specific: white chocolate mocha, a hot one, a London Fog, which is a tea, and Lex got like a cookie crumble cold drink. All 3 drinks were wrong. All 3 were wrong. They weren't even the right drinks. My name was on them. The name of the drink was on them, but the physical drink in the cup was not what all 3 were not ordered for. They were not correctly. So now I went to Twitter again. I literally tweeted everybody known to man.
It sounds like your town has a real hiring problem.
This county has more than a hiring problem. That's the thing. So they have a problem. Nick just said they have a problem.
Hmm.
That takes me to the next incident. So we're done with the food incidents.
Thank
Let's
God.
talk about the
Thank God.
county I live in. This is breaking news mostly to you because you have not been privy to this information today yet. Some of it you know.
Some of it.
So here we are in our wonderful county that is absolutely awful. And, you know, part of it is this. Like, I'm just going to say it. We're not from here. We are considered, even though we grew up in Florida, Yankees. They still see us as like these, like we're not the Southerners. You know, we're not Southerners. You always get called a Yankee here. Like, you know, immediately, where are you born? New York. You're a Yankee. I was like, I mean, I lived in New York for my first 5 years of life. I grew up in Florida. Like, and they're like, no, you're not. You know, you're not part of this culture here, right? Uh, me and Lex call them Huckleberries. That's what we call them. They're Huckleberries. Huckleberries are the people that live in this town that have the mullets and they wear the cowboy boots and the jeans and their netted hat, trucker hats, and they drive big trucks with big tires because they probably have small penises. And they drive them around and they put lights on them. And then they meet at the park every Friday night and they have car shows. And there's nothing cool about any of their cars because they're all dirt, mud trucks.
You know,
They have lights on them.
you just described Davie, Florida.
Right, but Davie has a little bit of a. It's not the same as the Huckleberries here. So
Right.
anyway, we've deemed them the Huckleberries. That's the name that we call them, right? So every time I see one and they cut me off, I always go, "Damn Huckleberries," because they're just they're racist, they're sexist, they are like Lex tells me some of these stories of these kids, and like we saw one of the kids in Starbucks, and she's like, "Yeah, that kid makes Snapchats how he hates gay people," and I'm like, "What is wrong with these people here?" Like these Huckleberries they're out of their mind,
Well,
right? So you wonder why the talent pool is
but
low around here, right?
we know that kid's gay.
Well, his shorts were so short. I was like, Lex, look at his shorts. Like, I mean, he's 2 inches from letting the nut hang out. Like, why is he wearing those in public? They were like tennis shorts, but for like if Billie Jean King was playing. Like, not like a man. Like,
That's a dated reference.
dated. It's funny because my company gave everybody this Billie Jean King book, so that's what was fresh in my mind. I didn't read it, but I have it.
But my point is, kids
Right.
that age, that are that aggressively, against like
Right.
something, this probably means that they are that something.
Right. It's just Huckleberry culture. So anyway, yeah. So Nick has a game last night, playoff game. You lose, you're done. Your season's over. You win, you go to the next round.
When you're in,
So it's at what?
you win, you're in.
Right, you win, you're in. It's at home in our neck of the woods, and I normal thing. Go to the game. I'm normal self. I actually sat down for the first 2 quarters in a seat. Like I wasn't standing. I usually stand. I sat down. I was calm. The first 2 quarters. We went into halftime. We were down one. Referees were not too bad the first half. So second half, third quarter, I stand up in my little perch spot where I usually stand. And the ref made a couple bad calls to start the third quarter. And my usual, come on, ref, horrible call. That was a travel. Maybe 4 minutes go by in the quarter. And, maybe I yelled 4 or 5 times in that 4 minutes.
Yeah.
Bad call or come on, guys, you got to play better defense. I wasn't just yelling at the refs. Out of nowhere, the school police officer, whom, mind you, every time I walk in the gym, shakes my hand. We've had conversations during games, during halftime, 30 minutes. Some, conversations about life, about he retired, he came back as a resource officer, like, where he lives and how the county's growing. Like, full conversations, know each other's name. Out of nowhere, he literally runs into my face and screams at me and says, "I'm about tired of hearing you yell at these referees. If you don't shut up, I have no problem kicking you out of here." I'm like, "What?" I turned around. I was like, whoa. I was like, "Wow." And he's like, "I have no problem." I'm like, all right.
You got
I'm gonna
lots
go
of
sit down.
problems, pal.
So I went and sat back and sat down.
Now,
So
who had recommended before you actually got to this game that you should live stream this game?
yeah, you did right,
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
This
So
would have
you
been the game to live stream,
and everyone would have seen this guy get in your face, and
right?
it would have been
So
glorious.
I'm not sure what he's never done this to me before. I didn't say anything out of the ordinary. I didn't say anything bad. It was just, come on, terrible call, bad call. Now the guy next to me, his son is the team manager. He was like, he gets a little aggressive to the point where he makes me uncomfortable because I'm like, I can't stand next to this guy because he's been ejected 2 or 3 times this year, and I'm like, I can't stand next to him because he's. But here's my thing: any sport, basketball, football, American football and soccer football, hockey, any baseball. When do you ever hear a police officer tell you to be quiet I mean, it's my right and I should be allowed to cheer and boo and say, as a fan, I'm not saying anything derogatory. I'm not using foul language. I'm not calling people names. Bad call. That was a travel. Come on. Or the one he yelled at me, when he yelled at me, I was literally saying, press up. You got to play defense. There's
You weren't
nothing
even
wrong with that, right?
you weren't even
Right.
you weren't even criticizing the ref at that point.
No, right. No. So, and it was totally out of character for him, especially because we're so cool. Shook my hand when I walked in, man. Hey, what's up, man? What's up? So maybe he was having a bad day. I don't know.
Yeah, but leave it at the
Anyway,
door. Don't bring it to my
right.
face.
You don't bring it into it, right? He bitches though every time. He hates working the games. He hates doing overtime, but they force him to. He doesn't want to. So he probably didn't want to be there. Anyway, I went and sat down. I watched the rest of the game. Now I see him on the phone. He's making phone calls. He's calling the athletic director. Now, when you went to school back in 1942,
Easy.
when Nick's laughing, he fell to the floor. Uh, when when there was a game or even college basketball, the athletic director at our school sits in the student section, and anytime they get a little rowdy, she makes them stop, like we're at a funeral or like a church. And then we wonder why. Well, how come there's only 30 students in a playoff game in the student section and not 200?
Right.
Well, the reason is why would I come to the game when Greg the Hammer Valentine is over there telling people to stop cheering? Because that's what she looks like.
Listen, that's okay. It paints a pretty distinct picture.
Right.
Yeah,
So
okay.
she is like doesn't let the kids cheer. She doesn't let them, pound the bleachers when someone's shooting a free throw. One of the kids was like, "Come on, miss, miss, miss." She's telling him to be quiet. I mean, it's part of basketball. It's part of sports. You cannot, and it's your home court in a playoff game.
Right.
That's an advantage.
That's an advantage. Right. Exactly.
Right. Right. So she is totally out of line. But I know she told him to come tell me to shut up because I saw him call her after, and I was like, this motherfucker. Right? But he didn't have to be so aggressive to me. That was my thing. All he had to do was go in and say, hey, Aunt, come on, relax. He, no warning, just screamed at me. Okay, good. All right. I sat down. I watched the rest of the game. Fourth quarter, we are up by 3 points. Well, first, let's paint this picture. This is our rival, by the way. We beat them twice. This is where Nicky Slam Buckets hit the game-winning shot. Yeah. Same team, right? So close game. We're up by 2 points. We foul them. We foul number 5. Well, they go to the free throw line, and it's an over. Oh, that's overtime. Oh, wait, I'm skipping my story here. We'll go back to that in a second. All right, okay, we'll go back to this part first. Nick is right. I'm glad he's here to correct me. We'll hold off on the free throw for a second. So anyway, we're winning by 3 with maybe there's 8 seconds left, 5 seconds, something in that range. They have the ball. And they have to go the length of to get the inbound the ball, whatever. They inbound it, and Nick jumps in front and steals it, right? Steals the ball. They foul Nick. Okay. There's 5 seconds left. No, 3 seconds left. 3.6 seconds left in the game. All we have to do is inbound the ball to one of our players, and the clock runs out, or they foul us, whatever. The game's over, right? Nick made the clutch steal again. He saves the day. The kid on our team throws the ball. It gets they like have a tie-up, and it's a jump ball. It's the other team's ball with 1.5 seconds left. So instead of us icing the game and the coach calling a play to inbound the ball to end the game, we just willy-nilly it and throw it to the other team, and now they call a timeout. Mm-hmm. So 1.5 seconds left. They get the ball. They're losing by 3. They inbound the ball. The kid throws it up. He airballs it, but the ref calls a foul. 3-point foul at the buzzer. So now they get, anybody who doesn't know basketball, they get 3 free throws to try to tie the game. But the kid's got to make all 3.
You're putting Speedy to sleep here, pal.
Right. Our only listener. Yeah, so actually, no, not this week. Anyway, so the kid hits all 3 free throws. We go to overtime. Horrible call from the referee. Parents on our side are literally losing their shit. Me, I'm calm because I don't want to get ejected or anything because I've already been warned. One lady took her stadium seat and literally slammed it into the bleachers. She stepped down like 4 rows and she's screaming at the ref like, "What are you got, a kid that goes there? That's a bullshit call. You're trying to lose." I mean, the referees are absolutely horrendous. So goes to overtime. They were winning by 2, and we foul their player. There's very little time left. We foul number 5. Well, all of a sudden, number 10 is at the free throw line shooting the free throw. Now, in basketball, the guy who gets fouled has to shoot the free throw. Their best player, number 10, he shoots, he makes the first one. Now everybody's like, whoa, that's not the guy that got fouled. The referees have no control of the game. It's like the 3 fucking blind mice out there. They realize they fucked up. They take the point away. They put the other kid in. He misses one. He makes one. We're winning by 1, but then we inbound it. We score. We win the game by 3. Right? Game's over. Big celebration on the court. They don't let the students run on the court because it's Greg the Hammer doesn't want that to happen, so she doesn't let students run on the court. Game's over. We win. Their team walks up the bleachers, through the crowd, into the lobby to go to the locker room. Could that be any worse of an idea in a high school basketball environment at all? In a rival? So what do you think happens when they get to the lobby? One of their kids flicks off another kid from a student. Not our team's in the locker room. This kid flicks off a student. Student starts fighting. They throw punches. Kid from the other team gets blasted, I guess. I couldn't see anything. Big scuffle. Coaches running, police. The police are down on the floor trying to kick everybody out because they want to go home. Get out of the gym. We want to go home. They don't even see the fight happening, totally clueless to the situation. Everybody runs up there. They break up the fight. Well, now this female cop is yelling at screaming, "Everybody out of the gym! Everybody out!" Throwing everybody out. So it made it worse because what happened was the fight that was happening inside now spills into the parking lot, right?
Right. More elbow room out there.
Right. So she kicks everybody, but instead of calming down the situation, getting who they needed to get on the side, she just literally kicks everyone out, right? So we go outside, and now everybody's running. There's a huge melee in the parking lot. I said, I have Lex, her friend, and my friend's kid. So we're all standing outside. And all I said was I didn't say it to the police officer. I said it to another parent. I said, "This is so stupid. Why are we being pushed to go out there when they're fighting? God forbid someone takes out a gun and starts shooting. We're all dead." The cop turns around to me and literally says, "I have no problem putting you in handcuffs and putting you in the back of my car." Just like that. And I was like, whoa. I was like, all I said was, you're pushing us out into a fight, a brawl happening in the parking lot. What if somebody takes a gun out and starts shooting? She said, "Well, then you can stay here." I said, "I am staying here." But she was going to arrest me. She literally told me,
"Good.
I have no problem putting you in handcuffs."
That would have been tremendous.
First of all, tremendous. It would have been, it would have been tremendous. I would have had the biggest lawsuit on this stupid police department.
Debatable, because again, you weren't streaming.
I didn't do anything.
You didn't pull your phone out to record this mistreatment. You always got to pull your phone out. I'm telling you now, you got to document this shit. Otherwise, it's your word against her word, and you know that they're not running their body cameras if they're even wearing them.
No, they're not. Right? No, they don't wear them.
No Huckleberry. None of those Huckleberries know how to turn them on.
No, right. So now we're pushed, so she was going to arrest me for saying, because.
For criticizing her. For criticizing her.
Right. Criticizing her is not illegal.
No, I understand that. No, I understand that.
And number two,
but I would have loved you to have silver bracelets, even for a few minutes.
No, but number two, what's the other problem here is, so I'm not a police officer, right? But I'm pretty smart. I think I have some common sense. I've been in the wrestling world. I've been in loss prevention. There's a couple things I know, and that's one is how to de-escalate a situation. They obviously don't teach them that. Number two is how to talk to people, because talking to people is 9 times out of 10, you can get somebody to do something just by the way you talk to them, right? So she's missed those two because A, she wanted to scream at me, and B, she wanted to get her feelings hurt, right? And she didn't know how to de-escalate a fight because she made everybody go out in the parking lot and fight. Well, the fight goes out into the parking lot. There's people fighting. There's adults fighting, right? So you can't tell me the chances of someone pulling out a gun it's got to be at least 50% at this point.
Especially
like they're in the parking lot of their cars.
Especially when officer, I don't want to be here, is the one that's eye checking people to see if they're bringing anything in that they shouldn't be.
Right, but it's insane, right? So absolutely insane. So I almost get arrested. So then anyway, they finally get it all settled. Now, instead of saying, our school, hey, your parents come inside, they tell our own school, our own people say, if your kids play for this school, stay outside in the 30-degree weather. The other team, you guys can come inside. I'm like,
that's a joke.
Anybody have
should just set the other team home
around here?
Yeah.
Right. Now, here's the other thing is it's because we were taking blame for what happened, right? And now the other team was like, oh, it's their fault, right? So, right. It wasn't our fault. The kids were flicking off. First of all, that coach should have never taken.
Right, but they
the lobby.
Listen. It's whoever throws the first punch, which I guess was your school. They were flicking,
and it was
they asked for it. They asked for it, but it's always whoever throws the first punch.
Right. So anyway, they didn't. The kids took off. Right. They'll never find who it was. Nobody's gonna snitch. But one of their coaches got punched in the mouth because he punched a student or something. I don't even know what happened. I wasn't out there for it because I wasn't getting shot.
An adult punched a kid?
Rumor.
Oh.
So, you're right. So,
man, you could have world starred this whole thing.
I know. But I didn't want to go out there because, listen, it wasn't safe. I knew it was not safe to be out in that environment. I'm not stupid, but she wanted us to all go into that. And I'm like, how dumb could you be? So, how dumb could you be to want us out there? Pretty dumb, in my opinion. Right? So, anyway.
And your Kavorka didn't even work on her.
Well, I don't think she likes men because just leave it at that. So, anyway, so anyway, we eventually get to the car.
We got Greg the Hammer Valentine over here. We you're just assessing people left and right.
Right. Well, Greg the Hammer Valentine's spot on. So anyway, so we
please Google Greg the Hammer Valentine. He does not make a handsome woman.
No. So anyway, I get to the car because I'm waiting for Nick now. And I'm literally standing outside the car. I turn the car on. Lex and her friend get in the car. I'm standing outside the car, trying to call my dad, and the cop is flashing his brights at me. Get in the car. I'm like, get in the what? I'm a fucking 41-year-old man. The whole scene's done. They wanted everybody out, and I said, I'm waiting for my kid. So then Nick said I had to go get him. So I went over there to go get Nick, and there's another cop at the door. He's also one of our area cops here. Now you could tell he's the guy who's he's 2 years away from retirement. He don't want nothing to do with nothing. So I said, hey, I'm here to get Nick. And he's like, hey, can you guys get Nick? And he said, man, I don't even know what happened. I didn't see any of it. And I'm thinking, where the fuck were you?
Mm-hmm.
I was literally thinking, where was he during this whole thing? And he goes, man, I was down in the court. I missed it all. No, he didn't miss it all. He just didn't. He was the guy who wants to stay out of that. He's probably like, look, I'm keeping my hands clean till that pension hits,
Right. I'm too old for this shit.
Right. So I said to him, look, you guys are pushing us out. I said, no disrespect, but, what if somebody out there has a gun? And he goes, hey, man, that is a rightful, thought process. In this day and age, you are 100% correct. You never know I go, right. So why you put all of us out there with our children and, these families out there into that scuffle? I mean, God forbid, what would you guys have done? And he's like, I don't disagree with you, man. He's like, you got to watch yourself these days. I said, thank you. So here she comes up, the cop. So she came up and I was like, hey, can I talk to you? And she was like, yeah. So I was like, look, I don't know what happened. Like, I just made a comment because I thought pushing us out there was, and I know I'm not a cop, you are, but like, God forbid something happened, you would have a lot of dead people because you put us in that situation. I said, maybe I was a little angry and aggressive the way I said, this is so stupid. Why did you do
But
this?
you didn't
Right?
say it to her.
And I didn't say it to her. No, I said it to another parent. And I said, hey, I'm going to apologize for it. And she apologized too. And we fist bumped.
Oh,
So we were good.
In the 80s, we'd call that gay.
Right. But we fist bumped and it was cool, whatever.
Yeah.
And it was just like, but it was insanity, like total insanity, right? But I've come to realize we live in a town where if you're not from here, you're not wanted here. Like it's clear as day, right? Racism is incredibly heavy here. It's very segregated still. And I mean, you live in South Florida. I grew up in South Florida. I tell people all the time here, I tell people, I grew up with every race, color, religion known to man because Florida is the biggest melting pot on earth, right? I mean, our melting pot down there is insane. I didn't grow up like we grew up. My best friends were every race, religion, and color in the world. Like, my parents would always let them come to the house, and everybody was welcome. There was no like, but here it's not like that. It's totally segregated still. There's a lot of hate, a lot of just like angry huckleberries here, and it's the town is just like even from a police standpoint.
Well, your kids are got to count themselves lucky; they got their privilege.
Right. Well, but they don't because we're not from here. So
yeah, but at least,
here,
but that's one check box out of 10 that they could have had. That would have made their lives miserable.
But like Lex tells me, like
if you were a family of black Jews, you guys would be having a hard time there. Not just
but when I say it's racist and segregated,
yeah.
I mean they both are. Like the whites and the blacks. Like it's very segregated here, and both are very angry. And it's because I think of the tensions that have been built over years here, and now that it's becoming a city where people are living and moving and from all over the place, it's a strange atmosphere here for sure. Like people, like my neighbor's from Miami, so we're cool, right? Like because we immediately was like, oh, you're from Miami? I was like, yeah, I'm from Boca. What? Boom, it's cool, right? Because we understand that. We came from that melting pot, but here it's like, man, it's really tough. And like Lex tells me about like in school, like how like if she's got a friend who's a girl and they're best friends, and automatically it's like it's oh, Lex is gay, and like people talking shit, and she's like, I'm not even gay. My friend's a girl. Like what? Like it's a very fucked up society here. So only in the south side of Georgia, like in the north part of Atlanta, it's not like that. It's a different different atmosphere. But this is a land that probably hasn't been lived. This is new. This is a new area. You know what I'm saying? So people who have lived here and grew up here, I have people I work with, and they're like, I've never been on a plane before, or like I've never left Georgia, and I'm like, what? So they're like, yeah, I've never left Georgia.
That's
like I never left here, and I'm like,
pathetic and sad,
Right, but that's the culture. I remember I was telling a story with someone, and I said, yeah, one of my friends, he's Haitian. And the girl said, hey, he's what? I said, he's Haitian. She said, what's a Haitian?
Oh, it's fucking
I said, what?
Retarded.
Oh, I said, wait a second, what? She said, I've never heard of that. What's a Haitian? In her country accent. I said, you've never heard of Haiti? Like, it's not like it's some new country that just came about. Like she had no idea what I was talking about. No clue.
Yeah.
I was like, wow, what a huckleberry. Like she doesn't know anything about like there's no culture right? You know, it's like when today someone on the Facebook page of the town said, "We need a deli here. I really hope they open a Jimmy John's." And someone said, "Whoa, no, I want a Jersey Mike's." And then someone said, "I really hope they put another Waffle House here." And I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with these people? Like, they don't know shit. They are so uncultured. They don't know shit. So I comment every time I comment, how about a New York deli? Sometimes they delete my comment, and sometimes they don't, and they leave it there, but nobody ever likes it.
You should like your own comment out of spite.
No, now there's this lady who's an Italian lady. Her name is like DiPietro, and she's from New York. I don't know her, but she lives in town. So she's been like liking and commenting, like, "Oh man, that would be great. You know, remind me of New York." And I'm like, "Oh, this is pissing off all these Huckleberries right now because all they want is a 14th fucking Waffle House in McDonough, Georgia." So, yeah. Anyway, total rant. But yeah. So like, this whole thing last night was a total fucking cluster. But also part of it is this whole society of cancel culture and like people getting their feelings hurt. When I was playing basketball, we had brawls with other teams. You know what happened? Nothing. Everybody went their fucking separate ways. And the next game, you played a little harder. You played a little tougher. And, you know, it wasn't like there was no police involved or, you know, the school getting involved. Like, you know, my athletic director
parents
never ever was done what he did.
Parents also didn't get involved as much.
No, right. It's just, the whole fucking thing is just terrible. But, you know, and when I ask other people, like I ask some of my friends in Florida, or, you know, my dad talks about North Carolina where he's at now, and South Carolina, even North Georgia. I watched a video of a school in North Georgia with literally 3,000 kids in attendance to a high school basketball game this year.
You should show that
and going crazy.
You should show that video.
It was a viral TikTok. It went viral on TikTok.
You should show that video to the athletic director.
One of the kids is doing backflips, a student, and it went viral. And the atmosphere was crazy, and the players are talking shit. You can't even talk shit anymore because it's because of the school and the AD and the principals involved, and why a cop is involved in telling someone they can cheer or not cheer is fucking beyond me. Like you couldn't even stop the fight, and you're worried about me cheering and not cheering? Like, what? Ridiculous. But I'm done ranting. I don't want to talk anymore. My throat hurts. There's a part 2 to this story, but I don't feel like telling it right now. We're gonna have to stay tuned.
Yeah,
we're gonna have to wait till after tomorrow.
Yeah,
we have a playoff game.
We'll have better stuff. We're too much in the weeds.
No, it's not too much in the weeds.
We're too much in the weeds of this.
It gets way better tomorrow, but we gotta wait till after the game.
All right.
After the season ends. If we win, we can't tell the story. If we lose, we can tell the full story. This is absolutely fucking mind-blowing. Plus, we'll have probably more of an update tomorrow.
Yeah. All right. Well, eventually they'll lose. That's what they do. So,
right. Yeah, this is true. Right.
I mean,
so anyway, I got nothing left. My mouth's dry. You know, it's 53 minutes in. Lex wants Taco Bell.
Who cares?
Nick is hungry, and I want to go order the air, land, sea, and whatever, and see if McDonald's fucks me again.
Wow, you drive it all over.
McDonald's and Taco Bell are across the street from each other.
Yeah, but still.
And Taco Bell. But Lex wants me to go there, but they can go fuck themselves too. Hey, can I order a shredded chicken burrito? We don't have shredded chicken anymore. I said, what? He goes, we don't have chicken. I said, you don't have chicken? He goes, well, we don't have shredded chicken. I said, well, what kind of chicken do you have? He said, it's grilled chicken. I said, okay, can I get a grilled chicken burrito? And he's like, yeah. He's like, it's been 5 years since we had shredded chicken. We get home, Lex opens the burrito. It's fucking shredded chicken. Right, all shredded chicken. And I'm like, what is this guy fucking talking about?
You've got a hiring
Huckleberry town.
You've got a hiring problem in the land of Huckleberries.
Well, I mean, it's what happens when you inbreed.
Yeah.
So we'll end it at that.
All right.
I'm pissed off the town enough, but we'll have an update on the next one. It's pretty good, and we'll have an update on the air, land, and sea, which I'm going to make a TikTok of.
Get 2 chicken burritos with a side of racism. I'll talk to you later.
Yeah. Goodbye.
Bye, fatty.